We're all gonna get canceled.
The Mindbuzz Podcast.
Gotcha.
I'm more of a black coffee maniac.
Straight black.
Straight black.
Straight black.
Hell
Dark
yeah.
as fuck.
And whenever the barista, they had it to, they always give a smirk whenever they're like, "You want any cream or sugar?" I'm like, "Nah, black." They like that.
They're good.
They do.
Strong,
They actually
strong
do.
man.
Oh,
Strong
they love.
man.
They actually love that. They like that interaction.
Yeah, can I get a tall Americano? Okay. And you want that hot or iced? I'll take that
Oh,
hot.
hot.
Yeah.
Take it hot.
Yeah. You want
That's
anything
good
in it?
stuff.
Anything in it? No, just black. Yeah.
No.
That's
Black
a
as
move.
fuck.
Black as fuck. Matter of fact. How would you like your coffee? Black as fuck.
Black as-
Dude, I'm fucking excited. I got Shep
Holy
and
shit,
I got Ben.
sir.
What's going on, guys? I'm shaking. I'm literally shaking right now in my boots.
Are you?
Yeah.
Ew,
You
we've
don't
been
need
planning this
to.
for a while.
Relax. Take it easy.
What, this is gonna be the biggest podcast of 2022
Yes.
right here.
Yeah.
So far, for sure. So far.
Predictions.
In our little circle or our little corner of the interwebs, it certainly is a big one.
The internet. Yeah.
Am I wrong? This is three shows in one.
3 shows in one.
Yeah.
We've been talking about this not talking about it, but I've been dreaming of this for a long time. So thank you both for
I dream
attributing
about you
that.
too, Gill.
Absolutely. Thanks for setting it up, and thanks for reaching out.
No, 100%.
So
100%.
That was dope. That came like right out of the blue. But it was, in a way, it was like perfect timing.
And
So-
Shep, how were you going to open up the show?
Oh, I was actually going to open up by saying that we have something very special in store for your audience. We are going to have, need I say more, the president, aka Benji,
Mm.
the Mexican Joe Rogan, aka Gill, and the nigga of the episode. We're all going to get canceled, aka Shepard. Deep MCs is going to be a fun one.
Mindbuzz has a token in this episode. So I appreciate that.
Well, to be honest with you, we really got all our bases covered here, almost.
Yeah.
Oh
right.
yeah, no, we're
You
there.
know what I mean? It's just a culturally diverse panel.
23 and me, we probably hit them all, man.
Well, you will, yeah, no doubt. Though, like if you go through the whole spectrum of the panel, I was joking with somebody today, because some people, I mean myself included in this, sometimes exist in this sort of, you could pass for different things depending on your, you know what I mean, like who you're with, as far as
Yeah.
race. So I was joking with a coworker who had gotten mistaken. She's Mexican, got mistaken as a Caucasian. And
Oh, that's rough.
so so the conversation started and it evolved into where we started laughing I was like, man, you know what? Everybody should just get a 23andMe and post that shit, like wear it as a tag, like laminate the shit, blow it up and wear it as like a necklace. So there's no more confusion. Everybody's pop, 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 pop. Yeah, if you got 2%, Sicilian, we can all see it. It's right there.
Yeah.
23andMe, just like they mandate, wearing like your Vax card as a scannable UPC on your forehead. We can do that with the 23andMe. You have to wear it as a T-shirt. That's
Yeah.
mandatory uniform 2023.
I'd be down.
Get a ancestry.com QR code patch and
On
put
your-
that on your right side of your sleeve.
Shit, yeah, dude.
Right. See, find out if it's going to be a hate crime before you do what you're going to do. Just figure it out.
Registers that shit before you even.
Be
So-
amazing.
It's classified based on like they have to develop a whole fucking algorithm to figure it out, but it's like calculated on all your different statistics
They got
on your ethnic makeup.
they got
That
scanners.
determines what
Yeah.
level of a hate crime it is. Like the mathematical percentages and shit.
They got scanners right before you walk into the Walmart or something.
Exactly.
You'll be good.
Like, no, but that shit was only a 15% hate crime. So therefore that compounds onto your sentence.
Scanner, scanners
that
right
makes-
before you get into the Popeye's chicken, so they can get your order ready before.
Determine what you're going to order before you get
Yeah.
to the register.
Holy shit. Damn, what if they did? What if it gets to the point? Because you know when you log into whatever, Instagram, fucking Facebook, it's already got like whatever watch you were thinking about last week that you wanted to buy is like on your feed somehow that you didn't even Google shit, but like they already got it out of your mind through the 5G, and so they put it. So they do that. But what if they did that? They got so much statistics based on what you got.
Yeah.
Like right when you drive through, that QR code that's like embedded in your forehead, the drive-through thing scans it, and all of a sudden your order comes up like avocado bacon burger, fries. You know what I mean?
Go.
Upgrade the drink, and you don't even have to do nothing. And then it just takes it scans the QR code once again on your forehead and just debits it out of your bank account. Like,
What happens if you run a little lean on funds that week, though? Fuck, right? Because it's automatic order, and then
no
you made the
shit.
food. You don't
Oh,
have,
they already made it.
you don't have enough to pay. That's gonna be a shitty situation, dude.
It is. Yeah. I don't know. Let's think this
I'll
through.
just tell them put it on my credit with my 8% Caucasian.
Yeah.
I'm good for it. I'll be back
Oh,
shit.
sorry,
That
you're
that 8%. Whatever.
at 8%.
That
Sorry.
adds to the
Sorry,
Yes,
you're 2% Mexican. We can't give you out this loan.
Exactly.
We saw the 2%. That's why we put jalapenos on your double.
Yeah.
That's what it was.
For sure. But we only put one because it's 2%. If you were more like 54%, we might throw 5 on there. But
This is terrible. I mean, this is a great way to start, but I mean, they're going to be like, "What are we about to get into?"
we're laughing to not cry because this is actually what it's going to be like in about 5 years.
We're
And I'm not
headed down there,
bullshit.
man.
Oh, I ain't
For
bullshit.
real.
Yeah.
For real.
Oh my
jeez.
dude. So have you guys seen the new Biden thing about funding a program to hand out crack pipes?
No.
Yeah.
Fill
So
me in because that's amazing.
It sounds great.
Yeah,
All right, so-
intriguing at the very least.
this must be true because it's on the internet. Let's just get that right away out there. But
Oh, give it.
this is dailymail.co.uk. So this came out over there across the pond. Biden
Legit.
administration to fund
Yeah.
programs that hand out crack pipes to prevent infection and promote racial equity.
For crack pipes?
Inf-
How did that?
infection and racial.
Wait, what?
To promote racial equity. So, but here's the thing: these are all the bullet points to this thing.
Okay.
So
let's
it's
break it down.
check this out. It's a 30 million grant program that will distribute funds to nonprofits and local governments to make drug use safer and advance racial equity. Okay, so there's that one. Included in the grant is money to purchase safe smoking kits / supplies. So what's
right.
I don't understand what's less safer than smoking crack?
Smoking crack.
Right.
I mean, where's the infection coming in?
No.
This is what
Yeah,
I
hold on.
wanna know.
That's only the third bullet point in this. So
We're on chapter.
Full on
chapter.
layout.
a spokesperson for HHS said included in these kits could be pipes for users to smoke substances like crack cocaine and crystal meth. So they're going to be kits pretty much for crack pipes.
Right.
Let's see. Oh, this is what they said. Okay, back to safe smoking. These kits will serve to limit the risk of infection. Typically, users smoke out of glass pipes, which can lead to cuts and sores that become infectious.
I mean, are they chewing on that shit?
Right?
What are they? I mean, I know that if you get hard up, you can smoke out a light bulb.
Well,
I
yeah,
mean,
they're
not
probably
promoting-
holding their crack pipe with their teeth, like people that smoke cigars. I mean, that's the only thing
Gotcha.
that I can think of.
I mean, for me, that's kind of classy if they're holding it with their teeth.
Right?
Yeah, really, with the pinky up while you're
Yeah, with
smoking
the-
crack.
Smoking a little crack.
I think the
Wait.
problem comes is because most meth users don't have teeth. So
There's
mouth-
nothing to hold it with.
yeah, the mouthpiece is digging into their gums. So I can see that.
Yeah, but here's the thing: I could be wrong, and this could just be the 80% of me talking, but I feel like I feel like crack is predominantly a black thing. I don't know.
Well, I think the thing that stuck out initially when Gill read that was the end game here seems to be somehow to promote racial
So we're gonna share the crack.
equity. That's what I was thinking. I was like, let's just give crack to everybody,
Yeah.
and then they'll all be on
it
together, like with unity. We're promoting unity, so
Yeah.
we get everybody addicted to crack. Like, what the
Or-
actual fuck is this program supposed to do? I don't get.
Is that the person that is starting the program? They really want to try it, but they're afraid of catching something from another race.
There you go.
And then so they feel safe because it's, hey, this is clean. I sanitized this. Now let's smoke this rock. That's
Or they're trying to make it cool. They're trying to be like, get ahead of the next new thing. Like they're like, okay, weed's going to be legal. That'll get all, corporatized eventually, blah, blah, blah. What's the next big thing, man? We got to stay ahead. We got to stay edgy. Let's go straight to fucking crack. There's a lot of movies that made it look cool.
Or is this trying to get us back to the good old days when we, conspiracy theory, we're putting crack in the inner cities, right? We can get everybody hooked on crack. We can get control of the country again.
There we go. Yeah.
Is what it is. So
Damn.
here's the thing: does crack come with, or is crack still illegal? Are we just like, hey,
Okay, so
we're giving you all the tools,
All
the
right.
paraphernalia?
Right. Don't fuck this up.
5th chapter in the Biden administration crack pipe.
We're
So-
giving you the goddamn tools you need. Don't fuck this up,
Don't
please.
fuck it up.
No, well, check this. Look at so it is against the law to sell or distribute drug paraphernalia, right? Including pipes, whatever, unless authorized by state, local, or federal law.
Hmm.
So they're making crack illegal. I mean, crack legal now, right?
Basically.
Right?
Um,
New
I mean, at
revenue
least
stream.
The,
Right.
the pipe. Are the pipes going to be like monogrammed so we know that they're government issue?
Yeah,
They have little
I can
seals
see
on
that.
them.
We're gonna have
Because
the
once you
The
once you open
eagle.
it, who knows?
eagle right there on the bulb piece.
The
Right
bulb,
there.
right?
Yeah.
An
You-
eagle.
drop the rock right in the eagle's ass and then just puff out the beak or something. Like whatever.
I mean, I
Be
understand
amazing.
why Biden is doing this. I mean, new revenue stream, right? Maybe some of the glass is gonna be part of the new Green Deal, which is going
Okay.
to
Well, it's recyclable.
it's gonna be recycled
Recyclable glass.
glass on
Mhm.
it. Everything is going to be organic, right?
Ooh,
So
like that.
nothing on the black market. They're competing with the black market. Biden is doing I think he's doing something. He's onto something here.
Or
Oh.
does he have any idea about that it's even happening?
It's actually happening.
Yeah.
He signed it into
If you asked him, like, if you called him right now and asked him to explain this shit to you, I
he would
bet.
have no idea.
Oh, I didn't bet. I would almost bet my house that he'd be like,
What a stupid son of a bitch.
was that in a swimming pool or what?
I mean, I could see that going somewhere, right? It's like that old drug dealer saying they're going to use it regardless. Why not use mine? Why
Right.
let me have the money? Sure, go for it.
I guess that's what it is. It's going to pay for the infrastructure plan.
I think so. Yeah. Crack. Damn, crack is
back.
Crack is
Yeah, they're
Crack
made. They're
is
forcing
back.
it back.
Back with a vengeance. This is gonna be amazing.
Yeah, I
hope
can.
this goes
I
through.
can only see good things that coming if crack gets popular again.
Can I get it like when you fill out the thing to get the free COVID test? Is that how it's gonna come?
Yeah, free crack.
It's gonna be mailed
After
to me.
you,
Just
they give out the vaccine, and then you get a couple rocks too.
and you're
If you-
good to go.
Right. If your vaccine card shows that you've already picked up your kit, and then you got the 4 free COVID tests, but you have to. There's like a addendum on that application that you filled out on that app or whatever, and that's what gets your crack kit.
It comes in.
It comes
crack.
in
Yeah.
right after the COVID test.
I think they should get a negative test for COVID, and
they
get
to
the
get your
crack
crack, you have to have
to go back
Yeah.
to work, right?
right.
That makes
And to get your
sense.
crack.
Yeah, I think businesses will dominantly take I don't know. That's a new revenue stream for businesses too. Like, you get a crack person, whatever. They may be late.
Right.
A
A
crack.
little
Crack person.
a crack person.
Such a flattering.
Hear me out.
description.
Hold on. Hear me out.
Hey, crack person. Can you get out of the way? You're
Is
holding
that-
up the line. I need to buy some.
Is that insensitive? Am I being racial? I'm not showing racial
No, you
equity
you didn't
here.
attach any. You did not. You didn't attach any race to it,
Okay.
honestly.
Yeah.
Because
It-
you could
That's
be any. I mean,
interesting.
it's
yeah,
neutral.
crack.
It's what is it? Bi neutral or you're pan or whatever. You're pan crack.
You're a pan drug addict.
You're
Fucking do every fucking drug.
Everyone that's out there.
okay. So
Yeah.
I mean, businesses will ultimately profit from this because a crack person may be late a couple of times, whatever, but they're gonna get their job done quick,
Efficiency through the
Right.
roof.
Yeah.
exactly,
Through the roof. Yeah.
through the
On
roof.
point.
You give them their coffee breaks. They're gonna be crack breaks now. Honestly, good move. Good move. I would hire a couple of crackheads.
Yeah. Why not?
That's just me. That's just me.
I'm pretty sure we all have already a couple crackheads working. We
Yeah.
just don't.
We just
We
don't know.
know
They
it, but we
hide
don't
it.
acknowledge it.
Well, I don't know.
I don't know. It's interesting. I mean, I'm glad to see this, or maybe this was just something to detract from the fact that The Rock is over there backtracking like an asshole. So
Uh,
they got to change the narrative of the news. Right?
Yeah.
We've heard about Joe.
Yeah.
We've heard about Dwayne.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna start calling him Dwayne from now on.
Dwayne. Yeah. As it was
Right.
fellow podcasters. What do y'all? Shep, you and I have sent a text or two back and forth, but other than that, I haven't really heard y'all's thoughts on this since it's so fresh.
Since it's so everything.
And it's it's everything. I think
Literally everything.
I mean, the easy take or the kind of for me, like the overall thing is like, this dude has a huge audience.
Which dude? They both
Rogan.
are massive.
It's ridiculous, and he broke through what they ever expected, like the media, the whole kind of fluid entity that is the media, government, industry, all that shit, industrial war it's all tied together. Like Rogan broke through that, and he has a voice, and so he doesn't say exactly the things that, even though it's an entertainment show, it's obvious that his influence has surpassed their comfort level.
Right.
And that's everything. Whatever you could break it down, you could talk about blah, 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 blah. That's what it all comes down to. He broke through the level of influence that they're comfortable with. Action had to happen. Bottom line.
Well, I mean, we have our own Joe, so
We do.
we can figure out what's Joe's take on this.
My Jose, my thing.
Jose, that's right. Sorry, Jose
Rogan.
Rogan.
Guadalupe,
Rogan.
Anguiano, Dominguez, Pablo, Escobar.
Sanchez Jr.
Yeah. Senior the third.
Yeah. Eight names minimum.
There's a minimum in there. My thing is, who has the time to go through years? I mean, this dude started his podcast in 2009. Years, decades of content just to piece this what? How long was this video? Like 12 minutes of him just saying
That's
the N-word? Like, you have that much, and why would you even think of, oh, you know what? I'm gonna sit down one day, get stoned, smoke some crack, and
smoke some crack and just go for it.
Cut out all the N-words that Joe Rogan. That's just it's insane. And I've seen. How
much time?
I mean, yeah,
a lot. I blame work from home.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's what we're gonna do. We're flipping on them. It's work from home. They have nothing better.
I blame this on the pandemic. This is COVID-19's fault. Here,
it is very COVID.
Everything. Yeah. But I don't know. Honestly, he did it out of entertainment, and I've seen like all his. I was actually looking for the 12-minute video on YouTube. I couldn't find it. It got taken down.
That to make yourself feel good? Was that for all the times you wanted to let one go and you couldn't? You're just trying to live vicariously through Joe.
Just that. What do they call that? Where you
allowed to use the word nigger?
Yes.
You know what's funny though? Like, because I've listened to Rogan for a really long time. I haven't much like since the Spotify transition. Not really on purpose. I just plus with my show, I pick and choose like what I listen to more specifically. But plus, I don't have 3 hours every couple of days. But it is I mean, I've listened for a long time, like since the early days. And I do remember, I'll be dead honest, even though just like he explained away in his video, you know, anytime that he has used the N-word on the show, which obviously was quite a bit, honestly.
12 minutes.
You started adding it up. Yeah, it was a long time. But here's the thing. He did he use it in the way that's right. So there's context there.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I had the thought in my head, even back then, I was like, man, he tends to work that in, right? Like quite a bit. Like I've heard it. In other words,
he likes it.
I've heard him say I've heard him say the N-word a lot of times. And one day I did have the thought, and this is years ago. I was like, I wonder if somebody would take the time to cut all these together. Man, he would really feel like an ass and he'd look like shit. What the fuck? 2022, it happened.
And here he goes.
And I'm not saying I'm psychic, but I just remember that very feeling because, like, dude, this dude does episode after episode after episode. And I'm a faithful listener, and I'll be damned if I haven't heard him say the N-word quite a few times.
Why do we call it the N-word?
Because I can't, like, you can't roll the dice like that. Like,
I mean, you can't. So here's a little exclusive for everybody.
Wait, hold on. Are you Shepard? Are you giving me a pass? Give me a pass. Give me a pass online.
I'm giving you a pass, right? So here's the thing. We just did an episode on this. We haven't released it yet. It's probably going to come out in a couple weeks or so. And when we were trying to break it down, we really boiled down to, like, if you really think about it, like the quote unquote N-word, like the offense of it all, it really just boils down to relationship.
No, for sure.
Is what it really is, right? So, you know, because people usually, it's one of those things that it's used by someone in a group and they're comfortable with that group and it's fine. But then someone outside that group what's in a different relationship uses it. It's not okay because you don't know what that relationship is with that person, right? And for me, even though I know Gil, you could probably attest to this a little bit, like especially like growing up in LA and stuff like that. Like you'll have Hispanics saying it to each other,
Yeah.
not as an offensive thing. It's
Right.
just a word, right?
Yeah.
And that's that relationship. So for me, like I said, for anybody that's always been in my circle, like it's never been an offensive thing to me because, I mean, I've been known to use it. I use it. Like I just think it all boils down to relationship, you know. And he uses it because he's in a scene where he's comfortable with everybody that he's around.
Right.
Now, does that mean that it's not gonna be offensive to everybody else? Well, no, because that's a different story, and you don't have that relationship. But
Right.
I don't know. I think it's unfortunate that it happened, right? But at the same time, like, was it really that offensive? I mean, honestly, that's the worst thing you could possibly say. You know, you gotta try to ruin somebody over it. That's a hard thing to really grasp, right? So I don't know. The word doesn't bother me. I think it annoys me more that everybody calls it the N word, right? You know, I don't know. It's
So
like when
the
people
phrase
walk around and
the phrase N word is the new N word, the new
I feel like
N word.
That'd be funny.
it's
Like,
the new N word
Yeah.
because you're saying it anyway.
yeah,
You're
I mean,
acknowledging that it exists anyway.
Oh, yeah.
It's
But-
like there.
well, let me say it though from the from the Caucasian perspective, if you will.
You're Caucasian.
So
Let me scan your
oh,
let me
yeah,
scan
you
your
didn't know
QR
that?
code
No.
real quick.
isn't that funny? See, did I not just say? Remember what I said at the beginning of the show? Gil just got surprised. He didn't know I was white.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, hold
What'd
on.
you
Let me
think I was?
scan you. Let me scan
thought
your
I was
QR
Mexican or
code.
what?
Let me scan the QR.
What
Give me-
percentage?
let's break down the percentages.
What percentage? Well, everybody's 2% Southern African. So
2%.
So there you go.
2%.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Just
it's
evenly
2%.
spread. Everybody gets 2.
So
But-
by that 2%, I'm allowed to say N word. Maybe that's what Joe
mean-
thought. Maybe that's what he thought.
Well, so it is interesting, right? Because like around certain company, you can, especially if you grew up like, or let's just like Shepard pointed out, like in not just in LA, but here in Houston too, it's very common for Hispanics to use it, and it's not really an issue. Sort of, I don't know. It's changed. Like, but when I was younger though,
It's not.
it
It's
was
not an
very
issue.
common. Like everybody said it. It was like like as kind of a part, not hip hop culture, but like that. But that's where it comes to a head because a lot of songs, right, that are universally popular, use the word like crazy. So it's right in everybody's face, and everybody's into the music, but there's just this sort of like unwritten rule that you don't have. If you look like me, you can't say it, and if you are somebody like me, in other words, I don't use it because I'm not
calling
saying
bullshit. Calling
well,
bullshit.
I'm not saying I've never.
No, not saying
I'm
that.
just
I'm
saying,
just
like-
saying because we talk about the unwritten rule.
Yeah.
The people that say that and they're like, oh, you shouldn't say that. Well, like those are the same motherfuckers that are saying it once they get behind closed doors with their friends.
Probably.
say that.
Yeah. No, you're probably right.
They just are. And I think that it's one of those things where if you feed into it, you make it more powerful. Right.
Yeah.
And that's what was one of the arguments when they're like black people, why does black people get to say, oh, well, we're taking our power back and yada, 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 whatever. Like if the shit's not in an angry, derogatory way, it shouldn't fucking matter. At the end of the day, words are just words, right?
Yeah.
But it's the tone and how you take it that makes the difference.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, and there's a different though, like, so there's 2 different levels. Like, so it's funny we bring this up. So I had a conversation, my son, in his little circle of friends, like shoot, nowadays, man, it's everybody's, all kinds of different, my kids are mixed race, like, shoot, half the kids are like of one or more races, right? Well, one, obviously, you know what I'm saying? Mixed races. There's a lot. That's very, very, very common.
Yeah.
More so now than it ever was.
I thought you were going
Yeah.
to add like a separate percentage
well,
on
I'm sure that's in there.
Ancestry.com of a percentage of you is racist.
Maybe.
Oh, for sure.
Maybe that's on there too.
Okay.
Oh,
go ahead. I just want to
everybody's-
add that. Okay.
everybody to a level. It's if there's differences, people are going to think certain things about them. That's a universal human truth. But what I was saying, so anyway, so I had to have a conversation with my son, he's got, I would say like probably over half of his friends in his little circle are black. And so they use it, right? And it came to time like they're old enough to where they're cussing now and all this stuff, and they're using that. They they listen to music, and so yeah, I had that conversation. I was like, and he says, "Yeah, my friend said I have the pass," and I'm like, I get it, and you're cool with that, your friend, right? I said, however, if you're like, and now he's, I'm Caucasian, he's half, but I told him, I was like, hey man, like that's the thing. It's like I know you're with your friends, and I get it. It's a little different now. Like I kind of did the same thing. I had with black friends I had, it was like they know me. Like there's a trust. So it's like if I'm saying, if I'm using it in a certain context, that's not like calling somebody.
Can I get an example?
Go for it.
No, I meant for me. Never mind.
No, I know what you're saying, but like if I don't know, but it's just, or like in a discussion saying it, right? It's a different.
What does it matter? So right
discussion?
now,
like how would you even throw that word in there in a discussion?
Well, for example, like the Rogan clips, right? Like he's talking about, or let's say you're quoting somebody else.
Yeah. Okay.
You know what I mean? You're quoting somebody verbatim. It's like, well, that's what they said. Like,
gotcha. My thing also too with Joe, he's an entertainer. He's a comedian first before any decent human being. Like so.
You're saying he's not decent?
He's okay. But what I'm saying is, most of the times that he was using that word, it was also he had a bit, like it was part of his it was part of his joke. Right. And if he would have used a different I guess word, the joke wouldn't have worked out.
Not as funny.
Maybe. Yeah, it's not as funny. Exactly. I don't know.
The impact.
Not that racism is funny or anything, but
it kind of is a little bit.
Okay.
Depending on the context.
If Shep is giving me the pass, then we're gonna have a total new comedy on Mindbuzz.
But that's the thing, right? Is because if we don't, if we continue to treat it like an off-subject thing, right? And we're gonna call it the N-word, or we're gonna call it that word, or we're not gonna talk about racism. We're gonna talk about there was a time when things were different. I mean, whatever. It is what it is. There's a lot of, if racism didn't have, like, I don't want to say that the act is funny, but there are a lot of elements where you have racist concepts. They're just funny as fuck. Like just because of like the situations that they can be set up in, right? That doesn't mean that everything was okay. No, not necessarily, but there's a lot of things that can be built off of that. Yeah. And I think that if we just continue to not talk about it or address these things, like, it continues to be like a negative thing. We're allowing it to continue to be negative and not work through it. I don't know.
That's a huge point, because let me you just brought something to my mind, Shepard, where it's like sometimes if you pussyfoot around saying certain things, it has a negative effect. Yeah, you like that
you're gonna get canceled, because
I'm gonna get canceled. Yeah, but that was I mix it in. I sprinkle it in so you can't really.
That's how you sprinkle in the N-word in a discussion.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Yeah, man, it's all mind games. It's all mind games.
I'm learning, Ben. I'm learning.
I'm a manipulator. I'm trying to teach you stuff like, half-ass psychology.
It's mind games, my nigga.
There you go. There you go.
You just put it in there and you're good. You just sprinkle it in there.
You just sprinkle it in there. I'll be honest with you. I don't even know what my original point was. I got a sidetrack. Do you remember what I was saying? You had said something and I was responding to, so if you pussyfoot around these things, it can have an actual adverse effect. Whereas, so let me tell you, so there was I think it was an SNL skit with Richard Pyre and Chevy Chase, right?
Ooh, I love that one.
Remember that? It's like really, it's a really famous skit, right?
Yeah.
So they're calling it, it's like a job interview, right? Chevy Chase is interviewing Richard Pryor. He's a candidate for whatever job, blah, blah, blah. It starts off normal, and then he does this thing where there's tension, like it builds. As a comedy piece, like as an art piece, that shit is fucking genius. So it builds it, but it's obviously very defensive because they're using words.
Exactly.
But there's a value in that as art, because what it does at the end of the day, as an observer, you're watching this interaction happen, and you realize that it's the situation they're in. It's bullshit. It's name calling. It's like 5-year-olds, right?
For sure.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
they're not afraid to use the actual terms to go gentle or to not offend somebody. They just go for it because it's bold fucking art. Like it's
Yeah.
ballsy.
And that's how it should be.
Correct. Like there's a value in that. And that's what people are fucking missing, is that when you do go for it, yeah, you do risk. People might get pissed off. But I think, but the thing, nobody's mad about that now. Does that make sense? Like nobody's like, fuck
I mean,
Chevy Chase. Like, do you see that clip?
If you dig it up now, they might be, because they just want something to argue about. But that's
Maybe.
the point. And I'm a little upset, and I feel like you're being racist by talking about Chevy and skipping over the best racist skit that there is out there, hands down, is Clayton Bigsby and the black white supremacists.
Oh, Dave Chappelle. Yeah, no, for sure.
Dave Chappelle, hilarious. Again, another situation that's set up that's completely wrong, and also just talks about being wrong, but it's fucking hilarious.
No,
and
then,
then
I'm sorry.
No, and then at the very end of it, right? Like, even though he found out that he was black, he was just so committed, right? He left his wife because she found out that she was a nigger lover, and he said it, and he went for it, and that shit's hilarious.
Yeah,
and he was bold enough to do that, and it worked, and that's what I'm talking about. And like, I think that those things need to exist, and there needs to be a realm for it now, because it's not necessarily bashing; it's just finding humor in some of the more serious things and making them palatable and creating conversation.
Yeah.
You know?
And
confronting
it. Confronting it, definitely. But didn't Richard Pryor also retract him using that word in most of his skits? I think it was around the time he came back after he burnt him, like when he had like that burning accident after smoking the crack from Biden administration.
No, for sure there was. Was it government
70s?
issued though?
Yeah, government.
It actually was though.
Yeah,
probably. Yeah, probably.
Yeah, if he
conspiracy.
But no, he retracted and he's like, I'm not going to use it in my skits anymore. But then I think after he told the media about that, like he just went downhill.
Yeah.
So that wasn't a great move on Richard Pryor's part at all. So if you want to be a decent comedian, you gotta keep using it.
Just rule of thumb. If you want to be great, just start dropping the N word, as they say, and you'll rise up. Yeah. No, I mean, I think that there's a lot more there, and there's a lot more discussion there that people need to have and work through, and it is what it is. But at the same time, closely related, the Aquafina situation, which is ridiculous, because I don't know, she was getting a bunch of shit and people trying. She's leaving Twitter because she's being harassed for using a black scent. Basically being because and she's from New York, right? So
before I start guessing, can we start guessing like what the black scent may be? Starting with Ben.
And make it even better, we want to hear your best black scent.
Bro, I can't, dude.
We're going for full cancel today.
Okay, I'll go first.
Yeah, go for it. You can't do that.
Crisco.
It's a bullshit move, passing it to the white guy.
Crisco.
Okay.
And that could be any form of Crisco. It could be melted Crisco. It could be in its original form. I mean, Ben, come on, dude.
I do. Okay, I got one.
Okay.
Nivea.
Yeah, but what type of brand? What type of brand? Nivea. The scent.
The lotion, yeah.
But what's the scent?
Just the basics,
Say
like original.
I think you guys are taking this the whole wrong direction.
Cocoa butter.
No, big time. But you put that on me. No, but that's. I mean,
cocoa butter and Crisco,
though, right? It's like that's a commonly used product.
For sure.
Okay, I got one more. I got one more. I got one more.
But that's what they're trying to get at, right?
I got one more.
Not at all.
I'm confused. I don't even know what we're talking about.
Murray's pomade.
Oh, pomade, yeah.
Murray's
Fresh.
pomade.
Murray's pomade. It's fresh.
Yeah.
Old Spice.
Okay, so what was the black scent?
No, so it's not as in
Yeah, I don't even
scent,
get what.
as in smell,
Oh shit.
but the way that she talks.
Oh,
It's
like an accent.
a
but
black
it's
scent. Yes. But I was loving where this was going, so I was just gonna let it ride and see what's gonna go.
That went weird. That went down a weird tunnel, but that's pretty funny.
But yeah, so like
Crack pipe.
she's
Okay.
stepped away from Twitter. She's still kind of doing other things, but yeah, they're giving her shit because she was basically appropriating a language, an accent, a black scent.
But was she black?
So she's Asian.
Oh, okay. I missed
She's
that part.
Asian as fuck. Yeah, Aquafina.
Asian as fuck.
Asian as fuck. That's the new way. But
But
she grew up in New York. She
Yeah,
grew up
that's-
around black people, right? But you can't even do that now. You can't even have that apparently.
But yeah, because talk. So that's the thing, man. Like in a vacuum, you talk like who you're around,
Exactly.
Yeah.
and well, just like for me, man. My parents are from the Midwest, but I was born and raised in Houston, so I have like kind of a weird hybrid. Like there's certain shit I say with that kind of nasally, like Midwest, and then there's certain shit I have like kind of a twang, and there's some
Example.
shit that's neutral or whatever. But I can't think of anything.
Example.
But I'll hear myself say it,
Yeah.
and even like in different conversation, depending on who I'm talking to, sometimes more of the kind of a little bit of a tech, and not like I don't have a heavy accent of any of them, but what I'm saying is like little cute, like little things I'll pick up on because I listen to fuck myself talk a shitload, right? Because I'm editing our fucking show,
Yeah.
so I pick up on shit like that. And but so anyway, so what the fuck? Like, how are you trying to identify? Like, I get, okay, like manner of speech originated in American Black communities, right? But it's not exclusive to,
Apparently.
right,
it
like a
is.
way of talk. Well, apparently it is, right? But
Apparently.
like a manner of speaking can't be specifically identifiable with only a specific group, because that language evolves.
Yeah.
I mean that's where we're getting to now.
But that's what
man.
they're
It's
saying,
I think
right?
it's
Like
getting
they
ridiculous.
want it to be categorized like that.
That's like
And-
why people can't speak Spanish. Pretty much is what they're
That
saying,
kinda-
right?
They can't.
Right.
They say quesadilla.
They can try.
Like, yeah, tortillas.
It's a tortilla.
they can try,
Tortillas.
but they don't execute it as well. But what I'm saying is, since you're trying to cancel somebody talking a certain way, is like saying they can't speak a certain language, right? Or
yeah,
or
Yeah.
it
or
is.
100%.
or
But
if you're not part
people
of-
latch on to whatever.
yeah.
You know?
In fact, I think that's kind of racist. in
It is-
itself.
I mean, it's equally racist because it could be anybody.
Yeah.
It's pan cyst.
Pansist.
Pan
You
cyst.
just,
cyst.
it's a whole new
I have
concept.
I have a
What?
question for you. I was thinking about this. I don't know why this has popped into my head. And I know people are gonna be like, "Oh God, I can see where this is fucking going," but fuck all you guys, first and foremost.
Oh yeah.
So like
Before
obviously,
thank you for listening. And
Yeah, in case this is the end.
so is this right? This is the end. It was nice. We all had a good run and good night. No, so obviously, okay. So we have people that are transgender,
okay.
right?
Okay.
We have people that are born
Be
in
that.
other
Okay.
other bodies.
See where it's going.
Okay, so like we have this thing,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
I could today be Shepard and then tomorrow be Sherry, whatever.
If you want, yeah.
If you wanted,
Okay.
right? You don't question it. You don't whatever. Like you can't, because if you do, it's a hate crime. And I'm not saying that those people don't exist, and that's perfectly fine.
Yeah.
Right. But what bothers me is that we canceled that Rachel Dolezal woman,
Yeah. Right.
because she woke up and was like, you know what? I'm feeling black as fuck.
Yeah.
Why
went
can't
for
she
it.
be that?
Yeah.
Why did she get canceled? Why did we tear her apart?
Yeah. That's
She
a
wanted
tough
to be
one.
black. She felt she was black.
And I'll be honest, like she did a lot of shit for the Black community.
She did a ton of shit.
It's like she worked her ass off.
She did.
So
And we
so
tore her
Wait,
apart.
hold on. This was the girl that with she had like obviously dreads.
Yeah. She was born white as they came.
Cocoa
Yeah.
butter.
And-
No, she
and
had
left.
a blonde. She had like blonde hair, right? Oh, what
Something
was her
like
name?
that.
Hold on, I
Reddish.
gotta see her. What's her name again?
Rachel Dolezal,
Dolezal,
whatever.
yeah.
Dozell, something, I don't know. Whatever. Started life as a Caucasian.
Ooh,
and
okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
Ended up like Benji's Coffee.
where she's a
And
That's
Democrat.
right. That's right.
She's a Democrat
Oh.
now, so okay.
I'm just saying, why
Right.
is that
Oh.
not? Why do we do that? Why is it okay for some people to feel
Yeah.
one way and others not?
What's interesting too about that whole thing is like just even like phenotypic, like her traits. Okay, very subtly, she does her hair a certain way, right? That kind of is ambiguous and think like Shepard said, pictures of her parents white as fuck, like no doubt. Okay, and her as a girl, whatever. But you'll notice how because she presents herself in a certain way that's more common with the culture, right? These other little
Yeah.
cultural cues, right? Aside from just visible human physical traits, right? Certain things she does to her, how she puts herself together in the morning and presents herself to the public, just those little subtle, she was able to like pass as black
Yeah.
She's
because
able to pass.
there's enough of a spectrum there to where it's like not every single African American looks like with like darker skin and you know what I mean, more typical
Yeah.
features of like like a West African sort of trait set or whatever.
But
that
was
you would,
but
but
was
and then there's
uh-huh.
there's people that are regardless of what their 23andMe says,
Yeah.
identify culturally as black, but they may be very, very loud, like Ice-T. Okay.
For sure.
2%.
So within that, there's a spectrum of like how people look, but they all on a category, if you're just doing paper, empirical statistics, black. So with her presenting herself as this and blah, 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 there was enough of a margin of like whatever that she was able to play with that she presented herself that way. And no people, I mean, sure, along the way, somebody, but in other words, it's not up for question. So it wasn't really called out.
Yeah, but the thing is about it is that is what she believed. And that is
Right.
what she lived, and that is what she breathed. And if that was any other situation, we'd be like, you need to let them live.
Right.
They
Yeah.
fully believe that this is what it is, but like that's what she was in her mind. That's what she was. She wasn't playing black during the day and then running around,
No, yeah.
as someone else at night. And we ate her a fucking live.
Yeah, they really did. Like, and they made it like comical, like almost like
And-
she had
yeah.
like a mental illness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
she,
You know?
I mean, she had she did a lot for the community too. So
She did.
yeah,
And there's, I mean, I guess if there's any critique, it's just like, okay, well, why couldn't have you? And this is all like hypothetical. I wouldn't actually say this to her, but like the
Why not?
critique would.
Why not?
I mean, no, because that's not what my point is. My point is like sort of highlighting the public critique, which was,
I want Joe Rogan to critique her. Okay, go
oh
ahead.
no, he'll ruin it. He'll call
Good.
Just
Man,
use the N-word,
some of the he can't talk about race
call
without
her a
using the N-word.
fake N, and then
Right.
go about his business.
Go about his business. But anyway, I don't know. I thought she got it a little harsh. I don't know.
So obviously, well, finish your thought, Ben.
It's just all I was saying was like, yeah, it's an interesting case study. I don't know because I don't know. I'll just leave it at that. I don't
I
have
wanna
any way
see
to
the
like wrap it
science.
up, but it's just it sucks that she got so much hate for
She
it.
got shit
Yeah.
on for being who she was.
Yeah.
Right.
When that's what we're fighting for this whole fucking time, is for people to be who they are.
Right. Or
True,
I guess
yeah.
what's the hang up? Here's my the final point on this is like, yeah, like what's the hang up in trying to call her out, and why does that make you satisfied to be like, she wasn't really hurting anybody, right? Like,
No.
you know, she was doing a lot of good things. She worked her ass off and was, you know, had a career that was based on.
She was hurting me. Okay, I
Was
didn't
she?
get that. I didn't get that one loan set aside for
No shit, right?
truly black
That's
people
right.
because they gave it to her. So damn that. Fuck
That's
Rachel.
true.
My
Oh,
thing
wait. Maybe was that the bigger deal? Did she
Maybe.
get like money for being?
I don't. I
Oh,
don't even
yeah,
remember.
I guess
that's
that's
true.
kind of shitty if that
Yeah.
was the case. But like if you're
They were
forging
defending her
documents,
and-
yeah, maybe that
yeah,
is kinda
she's
shitty. I don't know.
embezzling money from the NAACP.
Yeah,
We're
no
just like,
shit,
no,
I
she was all right. She did a lot of good. What are you guys talking about?
Dude, my
If I'm ignorant and that's what she was actually doing, then
My bad.
fuck
Then we got to
me.
get
I
on
didn't know.
IG and
Yeah,
do a Joe Rogan. I'm sorry.
I know.
but
Nah.
was Rachel Dolezal, was that her name when she was white?
I don't know.
Or did
That's a
she
good question. I don't think so.
I think she kept
Maybe
it
did she?
because if she would have changed her name to a black name, she wouldn't be able to get a job.
Probably.
Is that what? Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's
So I
deep.
mean on
Yeah.
paper, right?
If she would have made it Washington, she'd have been in trouble.
Yeah. Oh, definitely.
yeah.
Yeah, but I think I'm looking at pictures of her when she was white and when she was black. Like, so what? I mean, Michael Jackson did it. Like, why can't Rachel do it?
Reverse.
Leave
Right.
Rachel alone.
Right.
Brittany.
Dude, we're hashtag, we're bringing it back. We're opening up a case that no one gives two shits about.
She has a right to be black.
We are. I know.
Leave
Nobody
Rachel
cares
alone.
anymore. She's
No
I
one
wonder what she's doing.
cares.
Let's update.
2022.
Update
Shout
the,
out anybody who knows what she's doing now.
Nothing.
update the
Living
world
with her
on Rachel.
parents.
Ben.
Yeah, Rachel's whereabouts.
Yeah.
If Rachel could be black, I can be Asian. I think I get a
Hey,
pass.
I'm 0.03%. That's why my chopstick game is tight.
nice.
That's what's up.
So
Have you really done it? The 23andMe?
yeah,
Oh, did you really?
You have?
yeah.
So all
Yeah.
the stuff you're saying right now, you're just speaking the straight stats from your.
I'm coming with the facts, man.
Dang, dude. Because you're dropping like specific percentages. I like that. I didn't know if you were just putting that on or you actually got the
Rocking
breakdown.
that 8.5% Irish.
I like that.
8%?
8.5.
8.5.
Hey, you know what that turns into on March 17th?
Oh, I'm going all
100.
in.
Yeah,
Right.
100. Yeah, everybody.
Dude, you
it's
need to
funny,
get a
so-
shirt that says "Kiss me, I'm Irish."
Kiss me, I'm Irish.
Yeah.
Everyone's looking at me like, what the
8.5% Irish.
What the fuck? I know, in the group text with Lewis and them, right? So we got
Shout out.
one of the
Big up.
guys in there. Shout out Lewis.
Shout out
Nate,
Lewis.
Mike. Yeah. So we got Michael at 23andMe, and then he found out that he was like a super small percent of like black. So like he averaged
2%.
that shit out across the year, so he gets to be black for 8 minutes a year.
So cool. Dude,
It's some crazy shit like that. So
that's a nice little 8-minute video
right.
of him being black
he
once
can
a
go
year.
in once a year. So
That's
you just let it all fly. So he saves his time sparingly. You have to see if it's worth any of his 8 minutes. You know.
Oh, he could branch off on that concept for another hour. What he would do with his 8 minutes.
Ben, what would you do with your 8 minutes?
Oh,
Yeah,
I knew
8 minutes.
I knew that was coming.
We want to know. The ethnic side of the podcast wants to know.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I feel like that's kind of a racist question. To be dead honest. You know what I would do? Check this out. You know what I would do? For 8 minutes. Like, and I'm not specifying on like what I'd be listening to, what I'd be drinking or eating.
No, we need context.
But what I would do
No,
for 8 minutes,
don't be taken out of context like Joe Rogan.
Nah, bro. I would vibe out. I would just fucking vibe out.
What kind of music would you listen to?
Meditate on that shit. You know what's funny? I'm about to get deep. So a long time ago, I was watching this. It was actually a live concert of Parliament Funkadelic, and I grew up. I liked, it's not like in the forefront of my musical whatever, but like I always had it kind of in the background. All the variations, right? When it was just Funkadelic and like even the like early, like the late 60s stuff with George Clinton in Parliament sounds a lot different than what you people think like Atomic Dog and shit, like whatever. But my main, like the early 70s funkadelic shit, and so I was watching this concert. It was I think it was like the one, it was in Oakland, and it's famous. Like you see clips
had
from
to
it,
be
the
Oakland?
Dr. Dre video. Oh yeah,
Right?
fuck yeah, for sure.
What's the blackest place I can
Oakland,
think of?
dude.
Right?
No, yeah, no, but there was this thing where I was sitting there, and I was in my early 20s, and I was watching this shit, just high as fuck, like out of my mind, and I was just fucking mesmerized by this shit, and like this is gonna sound fucking weird, but like there was this moment, dude, where it all
Were you
came
smoking
together.
a blunt? Was it a blunt? Blueberry or
course.
grape?
Actually, no. Probably at that point, I had this little glass piece.
Were they doing flavors back then?
Nah, dude.
I don't think
We
they
were just
were.
Swisher Sweets. That's
Oh,
all we
Yeah,
bought.
just straight
Swisher
swishers.
Sweets, slice them down the middle and fucking
Just go for
suck
it.
codeine through them, all that shit. Down here, that was becoming big in my my teen years.
The
codeine,
whole
the
nother
codeine scene, the syrup,
podcast.
yeah, the screw tapes. That's a whole nother topic. Growing up in Houston in the '90s, it was a whole a lot of blunts and syrup. So anyway, I was watching this shit, and it was the chariot, like where the fucking spaceship comes down and shit.
Yeah.
And I had this idea came up through my head, man. It's like, so in America, right? Because of the history of like, black people being enslaved and all this shit, a lot of the avenues, right? Like where black people kind of gained acceptance is like you have a boiling pot of water, right? And you put a lid on it. Well, if you pop holes in the lid, somehow like steam's going to come up, right? So if you oppress a culture, like, or a people, they don't have any like right. Hell, fuck, they couldn't even vote. They didn't have whatever. But they found little avenues along the way, right? I mean, there's a couple here and there, like individuals, right? They kind of break through. They're able to get like education, this and that. You hear about these historical figures, but like primarily, right? The most successful way as individuals, right, for success was through like entertainment. And so it's like all this pressure builds up, right? So you have this like or like athletics, right? Once Jackie Robinson in the major leagues, then it was like boom, 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 right? NBA became multiracial. Obviously, like look what happened there. NFL, like everything. So through athletics and entertainment was like the first sort of like getting the toe in the door, right? And there's such a like intense, like, I don't know. I was just watching this shit and I was just like, fuck, dude, there's so much behind that shit. Like I had the whole
say, fuck, they're about to take over.
No, it's not that. But it was like, no, but I was watching this concert.
Ben's
I was
80%
like,
coming out.
This is more, yeah. But it was like, this is more than just watching the like what's a 70s kind of poppy bullshit band, like the
Bee Gees,
Donnie and fucking Marie or whatever.
The Bee Gees, yeah.
Or the fucking Bee Gees. Like where it's just like it's all groovy and whatever. Listen, the fucking, swing down, chariot, let me ride the fucking spaceship. Like there's an intense level of fucking like cultural magnitude that produced the motherfuckers to write, perform, and play and like feel that song. Like I said, that was one very, very specific example. But like I said, because I was in fucking orbit and this came into me, I was like, just this one little moment, I was like, holy fuck, dude. Like that's an intense ass what's like, okay, so you watch, okay, let's say like a basketball team from the inner city, right? Well, inner city, that's an outdated term because it's all fucking gentrified now. But let's say like
You mean ghetto?
yeah, like an impoverished area, right, where it's like 90% black, whatever. This basketball team, they go, it's like, it's a citywide game. They play like a white school. Like the level of intensity, because there's so much more at stake for those players. Fucking wipe the floor with them, right? Aside from some weird thing where they like recruit players, or whatever. But generally speaking, that's how it was like in the 90s, right? And it's just because per player, like there's so much more at stake than just like when they go home, maybe their situation sucks and it's this and that for like whatever. Like you have a comfortable existence. That's just how athletic works, right?
No.
The players that excel, the reason why they're disproportionate from things is like the cream rises to the top. And if you've had to go through that pressure cooker, you're more suitable to like perform. I mean, there's a lot of factors in that, but that's what I'm saying, like in general. So it's like that's to me, like I noticed that and I was like, whoa, that pervades in like entertainment too. Like in other words, it was such a more intense fucking performance than just like some.
Well, that's
Does that make
hit the
sense at
nail
all?
on the no. Well, you hit the nail on the head there, in a lot of ways. And so, like, I mean, we've had musical conversations in
Yeah.
previously before, but I think that what a lot of people don't understand and what they don't realize, especially when it comes to musically, if we take it back to the '70s or even further beyond that, a lot. If we break it down, let's solely break it down. Let's just say black and white, right? A lot of the music that the blacks were doing was more so uh self-expression,
Yeah.
a way to deal with the pain, a way to deal with the grief, a way to deal with whatever, and everything. All the lyrics were always about either pain or suffering, or
Blues,
hidden
country,
messages, blues messages, whatever.
rock and roll,
And
R&B.
a lot of the Caucasians, they were their earlier music was just solely instrumental.
Yeah.
Right, like, I mean, some people say, oh yeah, you can tell the story, here's a story, whatever, for whatever. But when you listen to it, and it was actually played with what's a vinyl, Victrola, whatever the fuck you want to call it, it was solely instrumental versus lyrics.
Act-
And so you have more of a story with that, and I
Right.
can see why that would hit you that way.
You know
Yeah,
what?
and
You know what vinyl record companies were doing back then. So they had this different culture come onto the music scene. I think it was, I'm not sure what era, but it was around the era where it was like where the terms that I was talking about, like R&B and
Right.
hip hop. I mean, even way before hip hop, but let's just stick with R&B. They created the term rhythm and blues because the record companies did not want. They were called race records before the term R&B was actually a staple in any type of music genre. So before they would call them race records, like all the black artists, Mexican artists. I'm probably not Mexican artists because they were still riding on donkeys back in Mexico. But I mean,
I didn't say that.
yeah. Before that,
neither did I.
before that,
Disclosure.
and by the way, I'm I think I'm 80% Mexican, like solely Mexican, not like Mexican American, like Mexican 80%.
Straight up.
Straight up.
So you did 23andMe too?
Not 23andMe. I did the
Or another
Mexican.
one?
No, yeah, I did Ancestry.com.
Okay.
Yeah, all the
I guess
Mexicans
I
You
use
did the
that
more
one.
expensive one.
I need to get one of those if I want to be part of the crew.
Yeah,
I feel
You
left
gotta get
out.
on it, man.
I gotta get on my shit.
I think everybody in the world is 2% black. So
Probably. Oh, check this out.
I'm
real
2%
quick.
black. So
I check this out. I got a great idea. Skip the noise. Episode coming down. Let's see. We're on. The next one we do will be 87. So let's see. Sometime before 100, I'm gonna get a 23andMe and release all the information on that episode. Like read it out as like for the first time. Like
Oh,
before I
That'd be awesome.
when you read it out, can you like 2% black? Can you like give us the 2% black?
Yes.
Like, yeah.
do I have to give the percent for each whatever
For each
designation?
race. Yeah.
My whole
yeah.
breakdown? Maybe
Yeah.
I
But
will.
you are.
We'll break
Maybe
down.
I will.
Or like a phrase you think that race might say.
Yeah.
That's gonna be amazing. Speaking of, I just wanted to draw this in because everybody's be like, why is he going back to that? When we were talking about
Crack.
racist things, and well, crack too, because
Okay.
crack is obviously a huge part of it. I don't know if you guys have seen the music video at all. It's Lil Dicky and Chris Brown, Freaky Friday.
I haven't seen it.
Freaky Friday.
right.
Isn't that
Yes.
that one white
It's
girl?
a
What's her
movie
name?
that they've redid, whatever.
Oh,
When we get off
that's
of
right.
this,
Yeah.
look at Lil Dicky and Chris Brown, Freaky Friday. and you guys will understand what I'm talking about. It's going to tie back to some things that we had
Okay.
discussed, but it's basically it's a white guy going in a black guy's body and a black guy going in a white guy's body, and they
Ah,
talk about the whole video is just like what are you doing in that other body, right?
okay.
So
Okay.
it's good.
It's a good
Maybe
concept.
you link off to that somewhere. But one of the first things that he does is use the N word. I'm just gonna throw it out there.
Yeah, I'm just like
So-
right out of the gate. Like I've
right
been
at the-
waiting for this. Oh my
Here
god.
we go.
Like every other word. He
Well, yeah,
sounds like old
check the
dirty
video out.
bastard and shit.
It's a great video. Lil Dicky is awesome. He's no Eminem, but he's awesome.
Little
Yeah,
Dick-
no, he is cool. I'm familiar with. I've heard some of his shit. I like.
Oh, he's
yeah,
a
I like
rapper.
Yeah, he's a rapper.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
He also has a show on FX. Is it FX or FXXX? I don't know what the difference is, but it's on.
That's the late night.
It sounds
Lil
the
Dicky.
fucking adult. Yeah.
Yeah.
The
That's
adult
Lil
version.
Dick
FXXX.
on
Oh,
FXXX.
Why I'm plugging his shit, I don't know, but there you go.
Yeah,
Check it out. You
Yeah.
guys will enjoy the video. Though.
Shout out his Instagram. And
Right,
shit.
I don't know what it is, but I would if I could.
Yeah.
So there you go.
Shout out Chris Brown at least too.
Oh, you know what?
if
Shout out though.
If we're gonna balance it.
Sort of like in that same vein, I will shout out a local Houston rapper, Siddiqui the Night Guy. Check that shit out. It's kind of in that same kind of Little Dicky lane, if you will.
A white guy rapping.
He's not white. He's
You want to say the N word?
Yeah, he wants
I
to say,
don't
yeah, what's
think he
going
says the
on?
N-word.
How's it in relation to Lil
He-
Dicky?
Arab
He has a Lil
Americans,
Dicky?
but maybe.
Possibly.
No, but what I mean is
Or
like
he
that
wants to
sort
be
of
Chris Brown.
that sort of genre of. Well, no, it's not even the same genre. I just wanted to shout somebody out, give him a little love.
That's fair.
That's kind of all that was, and y'all called me out, so I'll just
He's
admit
like, well, fuck, never mind.
I just used that as a plug for some,
Whatever.
That's how I do.
It's
I'm
okay.
crafty.
You
Telling you, man.
slid it in there like the N word.
That's right, dude.
It's
That's how I do.
Sprinkle.
You
You're
don't even know I'm doing it
sprinkling
when I'm doing it, and then I play it off like I wasn't doing it, but thus
like you didn't even never said
enhancing
it, right?
what I was doing in the first place. Yeah. Devious
awesome.
as they come every time.
That's how you do it, man.
Man, I
Mhm.
thought
how
you
you
were
do it.
Mexican this whole time.
Did you? You're
Yeah.
not the first person that said that before. That's funny. Like that's happened to me. At least over 5 or 6 times. If people I've known for like, there's people I knew like in real life for like years. That one day they were like, "Wait, fuck!" Like I made some comment
Yeah.
like, "Yeah, fucking white guy, whatever." Like, "Oh, you're white?"
Well-
Like, fuck.
Well,
like,
here's the thing. What about him led you to believe that he was Mexican?
that's a good call.
Every time I see you, you're drinking.
Okay. So, damn. I like he took that angle
So
immediately.
he low key called you an alcoholic, but
That's
that's
funny.
also why. That is also why you're a Mexican. You
I
drinking
like how
ass
that's the
motherfucker.
first. That's the first thing.
Right? Nothing else.
Like, what if I had red hair and shit? Like,
Nothing.
he would have
You
said the
are-
same
Hey,
shit.
Mexicans have red hair too.
Yeah, it's like Canelo. Yeah.
My aunt, she's 58. She has red hair.
I'm just saying it's less common.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, for sure, man.
No, just your facial features.
Right, dark hair. Yeah, brown eyes, black
Dark hair, brown eyes.
Well, hey, to be fair to
they have
Gill,
white Mexicans, so
I got no, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
like
there's-
Spaniards.
there's Mexicans
I
way
think
lighter
you're
than
Spanish
me.
more than not Mexican. I retract
mean,
that. You're
If that's
Spanish.
the case,
Yeah.
then I'm Mexican. Fuck it.
He is, dude.
I thought you were
Pretty much,
Mexican
yeah.
this whole time.
You didn't know that?
No.
I will say this though. When I had hair and eyebrows, and I lived in Florida, everybody thought I was Puerto Rican.
Oh,
Did
okay.
they?
I can see that.
I can see it though.
I'm
Like
like,
with
I
hair.
don't
I'm trying to
have-
visualize with hair.
Yeah, all the time. It's
Yeah,
Puerto Rican. Puerto Rican. Everybody comes to me speaking Spanish. Like I have no idea what's going on.
Yeah.
If I go to Miami, forget about it. It was
Yeah.
a wrap.
That's all. It's good. It's a advantage when you can kind of. But no, what I was gonna say real quick is I got pulled over one time by HPD
Is this another plug?
for speeding. No, it's not.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Shout
I'm not
out
that much.
officer.
I already got 1 or 2 in. I'm all good. So dude, I'd be plugging my shit at work. Like, fuck, I'm not even lying, dude. I'm not even working. I'm like recruiting and fucking.
I would get
I
fired.
see, dude. Anyway, so no,
Okay.
I got pulled over by HPD for a speeding ticket on the main ticket.
That was a
for
2%. That was a 2%. Yeah, you're
No,
2% on
what?
South Africa.
no, but the officer who pulled me over was black, and he wrote on my for race for my when he filled out the form. He put Hispanic, and now mind you, he had my ID. He could see my last name, my government name, which I'm not going to say on air, but it's obviously not Hispanic.
Possibly.
Um,
Well, but on a lot of forums, I don't know if they corrected it because I don't do those check boxes anymore. But they don't. They have like white Hispanic as one thing. Yeah, it's like white
yeah,
slash
there's a lot
Hispanic.
of
So
variations. Yeah.
whatever. Maybe it's just lumping you into that white Hispanic category.
Well, and there's a lot of so Hispanic too, just the term. Like, think about it for a second, and what does that actually mean? Is it people from
He's panicking.
Yeah, his panic.
he's panicking, and
Yeah.
he's panicking.
He's because he's panic.
Yeah, right. But what are the parameters of Hispanic, like the term? Because is it
The
if you're- if-
landlord is coming to collect the rent, so he's panic.
He's
so
panic.
he's panic.
Yeah.
He's
Yes.
panic.
He's panicking.
I like that.
We solved it.
We did riddle solved.
That was
Done.
it.
Our work is done here.
We need to make history books. This is amazing.
Tied up in a bow. Present it
Just
to
send it
the
out.
yeah. Send it out. Present it to Joe Biden at the award show.
He'd probably sign off on it.
Yeah, he would.
What is Kamala Harris? Is she what race is she?
I think she's half black, half Indian.
That's something like that.
Or
I
I don't
don't
know what
remember.
I don't know if it's straight 50-50, but I know she does have
It is a mix.
Indian. Yeah,
I wonder what her 23andMe results would be.
that'd be interesting.
They got to
Like
post
I
those
said, man, everybody should have that shit on a QR code. So if you walk up to somebody, he's
on their
like
shoulder.
talking
right
shit. I
shoulder,
just pull up. I know. I just pull out my camera on my iPhone and geek. Let me see. Oh, you can't talk to me like that, sir.
How dare you?
How
Does-
dare you? I see
Does
all
that go
your
into the social credit score that everybody's talking about
Of
now?
course it does. In the
Ties in.
metaverse,
Dude, my credit is going to be
it's
fucked.
everything. Yeah, dude. In the
I'm gonna have
metaverse,
the worst credit on the planet.
check this out. In the metaverse, Shep, they'll be able to see your 23. Like you're just whatever your avatar decides to be. You could be a fucking unicorn that breathes fire with fucking roller skates. But they see your 23andMe breakdown.
Yeah.
Boom.
Yeah, and then I'm going to be
Analyze
screwed
this.
because I'm a dumpster fire of all the things that we don't.
I
that we
wonder
don't
how.
want right?
I wonder how police brutality would it
in
take
the
a dip?
metaverse.
Would it take a dip,
I
or
don't
would
know.
it?
I hope.
I think it's going to go up because it's going to open up
Yeah.
more people's ass you can beat. You'll
Two-
find
Those 2%. That
Yeah,
2%
2%ers
fucking creeping in.
2%ers are getting it. People that didn't even know.
Some motherfucker in khakis and like
Get the shit whooped
boat-
out of them.
boat shoes and shit with like a coiffed
Yeah.
strawberry
ass
blonde
out of
hair. It's like,
Sperry's.
nah, motherfucker, you're 4%. Get the fuck out the car. Let me see your fucking ID. Get your hand behind your back. And this dude's like, I'm late for my tea time. No, 5. Get the fuck on the ground. Get the fuck.
Yeah, so it's
Get
gonna happen,
tase his
bro.
ass. But
It's gonna be amazing.
he sees that 4.
Just sees red and goes off on. it.
That's right, dude. Oh my god. But I feel like we're laughing at this, but I feel like that's a real possibility, especially with this meta shit. Did y'all hear about I don't know the details of this. It was just like a text I got from I think it was either Mexican Nostradamus or Rick, aka the Brown Python, sent that in the metaverse somebody, or no, was it you, Shep? Maybe it was you sent me that. About that lady that was suing because she got fondled
Oh
in the
yeah,
metaverse. That was
I
you.
sent you
Oh,
that.
shit.
Yeah,
She did.
yeah.
Yeah, by avatars.
Was it consensual?
I guess
No,
not. Not in the
no.
metaverse. It wasn't.
She
Mm.
got virtually fondled, and she's
And
suing.
she's fucking suing for
She's
sexual
suing?
harassment in the
Yeah.
metaverse.
Well,
Yeah,
at least she's trying to.
She's trying. Yeah,
Yeah.
she's fighting the good fight.
Which I don't know how that works.
I mean, I guess I'm glad this happening now before it's
Mhm.
like, like omnipresent, because
But
that'll
what
determine the outcome of this. Will decide will
what's
very
gonna
much
happen?
decide whether
case.
I'm going in the metaverse or not.
Like
case
I
of the
didn't think
century.
that the virtual world was that good to where you could virtually fondle somebody.
Right. What would you get
Like,
out of that?
how do you know that you're not reaching past, or you know, like,
Yeah.
how for sure are you that this guy was all up in your bits? Grabbing, I don't know what he grabbed, I don't
Damn,
know,
you were
but
going with like the physical, like the distance ratio angle.
yeah, right? Like, how do you know that you're
How do you
virtually
calculate
fondled?
that?
I don't know.
Damn,
I don't know. But whatever. I mean, they're letting it
complicated.
happen, so it is what it is.
Yeah.
I need to get me some metaverse land one day. I don't have the money
Right,
for it.
dude. Get you some Oculus
What
bullshit.
what can you be a different race in the metaverse? Was this
You
guy
can be
black?
whatever
You
you
whatever you
want.
want, Gil.
But
Whatever your
here's the
heart
thing
desires.
that drives me nuts is that you're literally doing what you do on a regular day. Like, one of the ones that I was looking at was like, they're guys that go into this metaverse land, and it's like a group of like 5 or 6 guys or whatever it is, and they just hang out together.
Yeah, dude.
What?
Jerking
Virtually.
each other, like virtually jerking each other's dicks in a
Yeah.
circle.
Yeah.
Hey, check this out. I had this thought the other day, Shep and Gil. I was just fucking running errands and this shit occurred to me. And this essentially is why Skip the Noise podcast is what it is. Because of these stupid fucking thoughts that I have. Like that interject in this otherwise normal sort of political show. I was just running errands and I was like, I'm in GTA. This shit is fun. I might crack a joke at the fucking, the lady at Specs when I'm buying a bottle of Johnny Walker Black Label. You know what I mean? I might say, like, make it fucking fun. Like, I'll challenge myself, like, oh, you wouldn't ask her this. You wouldn't ask her this. And then I'm like, 1, 2, 3. Here's the point. Like, the other guy left that was in front of me in line. Ask her. Do it, motherfucker. Do it. Boom. Ask some weird, awkward, random question to some fucking cashier who was unsuspecting. I just made that fun. I made that a little game.
Yeah.
Nobody's keeping score. I don't get a fucking PlayStation badge, but I thought it was fun. It got the blood circulating a little bit, and I move on my day. I feel better. I feel more positive because I interacted.
Where did the blood circulate?
Everywhere, bro. Shepard, come on. Hey, we're on that beetroot. I be cooking up beets and drinking the juice.
Son.
We're all about circulation down here in H-Town. We got it. Yeah, we're not young spring chickens no more.
Not at all. We're stacking that beetroot, man.
Bro, we're stacking that beaches. We're trying to fuck as long as we can. That's just the mentality. So if you want to be healthy and go to the gym or whatever for any reason, it should be prolong your ability to partake in the greatest gift given to us by the Lord. So anyway.
Unless you're hitting the sauce.
Yeah, you can do that too. So
wait, what's the
it's
sauce?
Your choice. It's your choice. The Chick-Fil-A sauce.
Oh, okay.
Or the one that Cane's, that barbecue sauce and mayonnaise concoction. That's dope.
Oh, the Maychup?
Is that what it is?
Is it the
Maychup?
It's something
Maychup?
like that, yeah.
I don't
It's
know.
like mayonnaise and ketchup mixed together.
Cane's,
Mayo
yeah.
chup.
Cane's, they don't have like a wide variety of products, but that shit is fire what they do have, right? Like everything on the menu, it's like how many different variations
Of like a chicken strip that you could make with, right?
Yeah.
It's like number 6.
Chicken strips.
You got one strip, 2 strip, 3 strips, 3 strips, and a piece of bread. 6 strip combo.
They have like 20 menu items, but it's all different.
Your fucking chicken strips cut on a bias. This is how do you
Fucking butterfly and chicken strips.
butterfly chicken strips. Yeah, it's all there for the taking.
They complicate the shit out of chicken strips, but that sauce is fire. Hell yeah. Oh shit, I got a cramp. I'm laughing
The
so hard.
strips are just a vessel to get the sauce to your mouth.
No, dude, I think you figured it out. That's how they get that shit in there.
That's all
my
that it
God.
is.
The chicken strips are a vessel for that sauce, bro.
Shout out Cane's.
Shout out, yeah.
Need a sponsorship.
Plug, yes.
Plug.
bro. And if
Plug.
you the sweet tea with the little crushed ice, oh
Yeah, man.
Oh, they have the little
pellets.
they have the little crushed ice, right?
yes, sir,
Yeah.
they do.
It's good
Gotcha.
stuff.
Bro, there's
Yeah.
something about crushed ice in a styrofoam cup and a cold as
Yeah.
fuck beverage, whether it's like a soda or like a sweet tea, it just goes way harder in
Yeah.
a styrofoam with the crushed ice. Am I wrong?
No,
Yeah.
it does, man.
Like
I
it
agree.
tastes different than like if you poured it yourself at home with like regular, crescent moon ice cubes,
Yeah.
in like
Dog hair frozen in the middle.
in a tumbler. Yeah, dog hair for sure.
Flew in there when you're
Yeah.
setting it
Oh,
up.
exactly.
You really want racial equity. I mean, that you can start giving those free to that's unity. I mean, all
Right.
races like styrofoam cup with crushed ice.
Crushed ice.
That should be
Dude.
part of the Biden administration fund program for the crack thing.
Dude, you solved the riddle.
Crack pipes and styrofoam cups filled with
You know what-
Dr.
You know what I appreciate
Pepper.
about you right now, Gill?
So,
Is that you're keeping that, like you're threading that through this entire deal.
He's keeping it alive, man. This is a
Dude,
real
like
thing.
we're going, yeah, I feel like the
Safe
topics are like a like when they monitor your heart, it's like dude, like we're going through different shit. The Gill just like that steady thread, like right through the middle of that that original topic.
it's all
crack
It's
one.
masterful.
It's all one bit.
It
It's
is.
got to come full circle.
Hell yeah.
Full circle back to the crack pipe.
Well done.
Yeah. They started with California, Southern California first with this crack pipe initiative. So I got my kit today after my negative test of COVID.
Yeah, that was your reward.
That was my reward.
Now that you're negative,
Yeah.
enjoy the crack.
Enjoy the crack, man.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
Everybody should enjoy a little mind-bending fun. you know?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah. If anything, I think they're gonna start categorizing crack as a psychedelic. So
Yeah.
yeah.
They should.
Yeah, I'm way in there for that. I know Joe Rogan
Did
is.
you smoke crack?
I think so. He had to
Why not?
saying
At
the
some
N
point.
word for 12 minutes in that video.
He was on
Right.
crack every single time he said the N word.
It's ayahuasca. All right, he's on his ayahuasca bender
Ayahuasca
wherever it
and
was.
crack.
and crack mixed
Yeah.
together.
Yeah, crack is like all the people I've known who've done crack. It was never like that was always like the last rung on the ladder, like before total collapse. It's like you start hanging out with the wrong people. You start moving, like each successive apartment gets shittier and shittier and shadier.
Hell yeah.
And then it's like the drugs get harder and harder and more frequently used. And it's like, and every day, and then it's like jobs get lost and blah, blah, blah. And I speak from experience because I've had like a handful of people that we've woven into the fabric of my life that I've seen go down this thing. And
I mean,
yeah,
haven't we all?
it's the same partner. Yeah, really. But like, it's the same pattern every time. It's like the behavior gets weirder, the blah, 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 blah. Like it all spirals. And then all of a sudden it's like, then it's crack.
Yeah. I think there's
something's going on and then it's crack.
Yeah. And then once it gets cracked, then it's like the random phone calls are like, oh, this like, we're going to start this thing, man. Me and you want to make some money and blah, blah.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And then you're like a roommate of a guy who already sublets out of a basement or some shit. You know, like that guy's charging you off the books just like $25 to sleep on it.
this is oddly specific, Ben.
I mean, I feel like you're painting a negative picture and you're not seeing the bright side that
Of
this
crack?
is just a
There's a bright
person
side.
that
Oh, no, I know.
recognizes something great, and they're, rather than waste their money on other things, they're diverting all their assets to this one true gym.
Because they love it so much.
'Cause, yeah,
Shop
it's
small.
passion.
They're shopping
That's actually
small.
passionate.
that's beautiful. They're fulfilling their passion.
Mhm.
Exactly. And you shouldn't be mad at them for that, right? You say chase the dream. They're chasing the dream. You got to do whatever it takes, right?
I'm sorry.
Suck dick, sell a
fucked up.
house, whatever.
I know.
It is
I
what it
fucked
is.
up. I'm here to apologize. I'm here to apologize to all the Mindbuzz fans. That was insensitive of me to say that whole thing. That was atrocious and reprehensible and a dark mark on my character. So I apologize sincerely from the
It's
bottom of my
beautiful.
heart. Thank you. I almost cried a little bit. That was
Oh my god,
beautiful.
I'm crying.
Listen,
I'm
we,
dying
uh,
and crying. Oh my god.
That was beautiful.
It's a beautiful thing.
Thanks for the support, Shep. You pulled me
I'm
through
here
that
for
one.
you, man.
I
I just
know, bro.
want to make sure you stay the course, stay
Oh,
on the right
sorry.
path. Right?
Dude, that was dark. That was a dark little moment we just had. You pulled me out.
That's what we're here for. We're a team. We're a team.
It is. That's teamwork.
We're,
Shit, yeah.
we're winning.
Virtual high five. Oh, do you remember when Charlie Sheen? One of the most entertaining things
Yeah.
of the last 150 fucking years was when Charlie Sheen went on that like public bender. Do you remember
Yes.
that when he was like
That's the way
Tiger
to do
Blood?
it.
He was
Yeah.
doing those fucking interviews. It was when he was about
That's the way to do it.
he quit the show. And
Yeah,
he was on
2.5 men.
Oh, bro, he was on coke 24/7, but at the same time, he was like the biggest star on fucking television. And he was
He
like
was
had porn
winning.
stars. He was winning.
Winning.
Dude, I thought,
Yeah.
dude, I even told my mom. Like, I had a conversation with my, and I was like, this is the most amazing shit I've ever seen in my life. Like, I would watch live stream, like back in, and this was like clumsier internet. But I remember, what the fuck year was that? I don't even remember.
It was God, it was a while ago.
Yeah, it's been a minute. But like, I remember just being like, this is fucking amazing. Like, we're amazing, but like, not in a good way, but entertaining
He
nonetheless.
was
Yeah.
literally crashing and burning. in
Oh,
front of
he's like,
everybody.
yeah, like at any moment, but like we get to see everything.
Right.
Everything.
And he's the driver though,
Yeah.
right?
And then-
Like like he's doing these live streams and all these interviews. And it was like, holy shit. That was amazing, actually.
It was, and then we got Trump.
And then we got Trump.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you think that lubed us up? Do you
It
think
had
that
to. He opened the way, right?
Mhm.
He told us to relax, take a deep breath, and just
there's gonna be a little pressure?
there's
but
a little
you're just gonna-
pressure, got us
yeah,
ready
that's
for
right.
what was to come.
But Ben, you brought up a good point about very successful people smoking crack, doing cocaine,
Yeah.
drinking ayahuasca, whatever. I mean,
Oh,
Bob Saget sucked a dick for crack.
right. That's what he said on.
Is this
Is that facts or is
this
that?
facts?
I think that was actually he was playing a role in Half Baked.
Is this fact? Right.
Yeah. Oh, but
we know that guy was for the Fire Festival was about to suck a dick for water. So
Yeah.
that's crazy. That's
That's
thirsty.
facts.
That's thirst.
that's
like
facts.
that's dehydrated. That's what people. That's like shit. Summer in Houston.
Yeah.
You can't get water.
Speaking of
Motherfuckers
Houston,
are ready to suck some
You're
dick.
trying to do
Whitney Houston, she was on crack.
crack.
Yeah, she was on crack.
Crack.
That
John
helped her out.
Stamos, crack.
Right. That was really good. That was good for her.
hmm
Rest in peace.
I
Rest
don't
in
think
peace.
it's the crack that's the problem,
She's
right?
dead.
I think depending on it, it's the amount of money. It's your social status that determines if you're gonna have a good or a bad experience.
Crackness.
With crack.
Yeah, I mean, because at the end of the day, right? Like
More
crack
money,
is
more
just
problems.
dumbed down Coke, right? So, I mean, in theory, you could probably make a pretty pure crack rock. I mean, be expensive,
Right.
but you could probably do it if you wanted to smoke it as opposed to snort it. So I would say that, I mean, depend upon where you are in the world with your wealth, the least stepped on product, you usually don't have any, like, because there's so many people that do Coke and everything else that are just fully functional,
Yeah. No.
but
For
they
real.
get like the best stuff, out there in California with Gill, getting all the
Probably. But
good product.
living that fucking Pablo Escobar.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we have Hollywood and all the famous
Right.
celebrities are here.
Doing the Coke.
Fucking tons of crack
Oh.
and coke.
Yeah.
Tons
And they're fine. Look at
out
them.
here. Yeah, we're doing good. You won't. I mean, by looking at me, you can't tell that I do crack. But I mean, maybe it's my first day.
Oh, day
Just
one?
started.
It's
Wow.
day
Started.
one. It's day one.
Just got the pipe.
Good
Yeah,
job, man.
Yeah, I got
mean,
the.
I like this new little venture.
You gotta
ahead.
start. You gotta start somewhere.
You too.
I figured-
One foot. Hey, Gil. 1 foot in front of the other, man.
Yeah.
I'm with you.
Yeah.
Yeah, step by step.
Step by step.
I'm
We
in
got
this 12 step program.
Was that a link back to Bob Saget? Wasn't that the song at the beginning of Fuller House? Step by step. Yeah.
Was it?
No, I think we're doing
No,
Paul
was
Abdul.
not.
Right?
Ben, that was genius.
What? No. What show was that? Or was it Step by Step?
Was that Balky?
It might have just been Step by Step. Never mind.
Wait, what show was Balky?
I think that was Good Times.
No, bro, what? No, that's JJ, dude. Good Times. Canceled. Fucking Gill, you're done.
Look,
That
he
was
didn't
not
say
Good
he's only said he was 2% black.
I know, Jesus, Gill.
He was trying to link into it. All right, just give him.
He went for the jump. He's a fucking Olympic skier. And he crashed. He went for the fucking 1080 and fucking wiped out.
But I respect that he went big.
That's
what it's
right.
That's what it's about.
Right. Like there's points. Like his score might suck, but like
it's batting average.
I'm saying the other snowboarders know he's on the gnar.
That batting average.
Oh shit!
Oh, Jesus Christ!
What the fuck are we even talking about?
All the Mindbuzz listeners are gonna be like, "What?
What did we just?
No, they.
What did we just get ourselves?
They know.
into?
They know. Once that intro music comes in, they know.
No, they do know.
They know.
I feel like we're doing. You know what? I'll say this straight up. I think we're doing the concept, like Mindbuzz, right? I've listened to you for a long time ago. I think we're doing. I feel like this is what the Mindbuzz is supposed to be. Straight up, I think this is like a very representative of what
crack.
Oh no, all of it.
A full hour and a half, all about crack.
All about crack and racism.
That's what this is. We really did it.
It is awesome,
guys. We did it.
Oh my gosh!
Virtual 3-way fist bump right there. We did it.
How you guys doing on time?
I can go.
Man, how long have we been going? I feel like we've been running for what, an hour and a half?
We're at an hour and a half.
It's pretty good, man.
I'm
yeah,
okay.
pretty dang good.
I can at least go. Yeah, I'm good to go a little bit. Yeah.
You're good?
Yeah.
Or do you want to?
Feels like, fuck this, man.
Just like,
we've been going ham for way too long,
we opened up with the
bro.
deep noise.
I say let's park it, man. Let's park it, see how they like it, and come back and do it again.
Yeah, I think
dude,
so.
This was awesome.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, no, this was a good time. It's sad that we didn't do it sooner, but
it's a good time.
Hopefully more to come.
Gotcha. What are we gonna call this episode? There are some names out there.
So I've got an idea. I thought on the way home from work, I thought of this because knowing that we were going to record tonight. So when Shepard, right, obviously I'm one of the hosts of Skip the Noise podcast, Shepard of Deep MCs, otherwise known as Deep Meaningful Conversations. When the two of us have done collaborations, we refer to it as Deep Noise.
Ooh.
And that's, stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen of the world, because that's going to be more relevant here in 2022. But so I was thinking, why don't we combine the three? Since we already co-join as Deep Noise on several occasions, should it be Mind? Wait, how should we configure this?
Configure it together.
Should we use either Mind or Buzz in the term? Deep Mind Buzz or Deep?
Deep Mind Noise.
Deep Buzz Noise.
No, what?
Deep Mind Noise.
Deep Noise Buzz Noise. I don't know.
Yeah,
that's a hard one. That's up to Gill to piece that together and just
work all that together, and then whenever you're typing out the show notes and the title, use that as your.
I'm gonna smoke some crack.
Your buffet.
I'm gonna smoke some crack.
Right. Play some racist shit.
Skip the deep buzz.
Skip the deep buzz. That's the one. That's the one.
Shepard, tell us about your podcast.
Deep MCs. You can find Deep MCs anywhere podcasts are available. So please come check us out.
Thank you.
That's it. I'm done.
Cool. Ben?
Cool story, bro.
Yes, sir. Cool story, bro. Please check out Skip the Noise podcast. We are a news, politics, and off the rails no holds barred humor type of a podcast. In other words, we try to bring you the news and the entertainment, or it's infotainment, Texas-based infotainment extraordinaires is what we do. Current, it's a week to week. We try to stay current. The relevant topics of that week, or even that day, or even that hour, or even that minute, is what we do. And you can check us out Instagram at skip_the_noise_podcast. And yeah.
Cool. And all the links will be down in the show description. And do think that was another one. Cool. All right, guys.
Thank you.
Thanks, man, for being here. We'll catch you on another one. We got to do this again.
The Mindbuzz Podcast.